You know, when I lost my sight, it was very challenging. Obviously, it's challenging for us all, but if you're like me, I'm a very visual person, and I learned things that way. I was a visual learner, I processed information visually, and so now it can be difficult to take in that information and process it because it's not coming into me in a visual way. What's up, VIPs? Welcome to my channel. And you know, whenever you're a visual learner, you look at the board to take in the information. You know, you put together sequences based on how they look and where they're laid out and that sort of thing. But when you have sight loss, it can be so difficult because now the landscape of where you are is no longer a visual landscape, and you have to take in life in a little bit different way. By the way, if you're new to the channel, my name is Derek, and I help people just like you to discover life after sight loss. On this channel, you'll find product reviews, life advice, encouragement, how-tos, and so much more. So if you're new here, consider subscribing to my channel and hitting that bell icon so that you don't miss another single video. You know, behind me, there is a fountain that is in my, lake type thing here behind my house. And the fountain goes during the day, and it's got, a really specific sound. And so maybe I'll turn up the sound and let you hear it for just a minute. And maybe you heard birds and such around as well, but I don't know what that fountain looks like. I can't tell you what it looks like because I don't know. I haven't had anybody describe it to me just yet. And that's not a problem, but the fountain, at least in my own perspective, has a weird sense because I can't lay it out in my head. Again, I'm a visual learner, so I need to know what it looks like. But the one thing I can take in is the sound. I know what the sound is, and by that sound I can tell there's probably a decent amount of water coming out of that fountain, and it's probably going up and then back out into the water, as most fountains probably do. And so for me, I've started to take in information in an auditory way, audio books and having a screen reader and things of that nature. Also, I love to use my hands to see things. Sometimes when my kids will show me things, they'll say, hey, look at this, and I'll immediately want to grab it and touch it. And sometimes they're like, you're getting a big grabby, Dad, what are you doing? I'm like, I need to touch it to see it. And so I need to take in all the shapes and all the sizes. If you ask me what something is, I might say, I don't know. But then as soon as you hand it to me and I feel it, I'm like, oh, I know what this is. Because now I am taking in information. It's kind of that old adage of, oh, well, your senses are so much better now because you're blind. It's like, actually, that's not really true. My senses aren't any better. I'm just using them in a much different way. And so today I want to just encourage you that the life you have around you, your home, your work, all these different things, they're going to start interacting with you and you with them in different ways. And I encourage you to embrace that. You're not going to be Daredevil and, hit your cane against a stairwell and see, or go out in the middle of the rain so you can see something. That's not how it works necessarily, although that'd be nice. But you're going to start interacting with the world in a different way. And I just encourage you to embrace that. Do your best to learn about your surroundings with your other senses. Now, it's going to be challenging at first, and maybe you go through some training, but after a while, it just becomes natural. You walk down the street and you smell something or you hear something, and many a times I said, oh, there's a car coming, and my family didn't know it until they turned around and saw it. Again, was it because I could hear better? No, it was because I was taking in my environment in a different way. And that works for whether you're sitting in front of your computer or standing outside listening to a fountain behind you. And so I just encourage you, take the time to take in the information in a non-visual way. Even if it's challenging, even if you're like, well, I wish I could do it visually, you know what? It's going to help you in the long run to stop, take a deep breath, smell the world, sense the world, hear the world, all that stuff. And I know that when you start to do that, it's going to change things and make your world, at least in some regard, a little bit more open and maybe a little bit more accessible to you in the end. Hey, my question for you today is this. What are the ways you take in your world now that sight loss has come on? Do you do things auditorily? Do you like to touch things? What are your ways of receiving and processing information? I'd love to hear about it, and I know others would as well, so let me know in those comments below. Hey, if you liked today's video, if you found it helpful, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, share it with somebody that you know, and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss another single video. Thanks for watching wherever you are, and until next time, remember that sight loss isn't the end, it's just the beginning. My name's Derek Daniel from LifeAfterSightLoss.com, and I'll see you in the next one.